So here's what we're going to do.
We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance.
Okay.
Hello.
So here's what we're going to do. I am very concerned about the fact that there was a darkspawn party up along the road, and particularly since people are going to be leaving probably along that road, given there's water over there, it's going to be difficult to cross. But I'm worried that the refugees in this town is going to get cut off and isolated, but that a lot of them are going to get killed because they'll have a difficult time leaving. I'm going to see if I can talk to one of the leaders in this town and convince him of the need to get out of town as soon as possible. Let's try Donald Bryant first.
Greetings, Grey Warden. What can I do for you?
You gotta get out of town right away. I just killed a band of darkspawn on the road beyond you, which means that they could be circling around and encircling you right away. You don't want to get pocketed.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Maybe if I talk to her.
Yes? What can I do for you now?
You need to leave. I just killed a group of darkspawn on the road up to here. You're in danger of getting pocketed and surrounded. So you gotta leave now.
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
I did what I could. Oh, wait. Wait. The sacred ashes of Andraste. Only one person witnessed Mathras' betrayal. Harvard the Aegis. Oh, no. We've already seen this one. Okay. The song faded and the vision with it, and Harvard was alone, but his wounds were healed. With new strength, Harvard took up the ashes of Our Lady and bore them back to the lands of the Alamari. Fearing that Mathras' supporters would defile them, Harvard took the ashes of Andraste to a secluded place high in the mountains, and there he carved from the living rock an urn to hold them. Time passed, and the whereabouts of the urn faded from memory. Perhaps it was the Maker's will that only the most worthy should find his beloved's final resting place. Now we have only the legends, such as that of the Chevalier Lothar, who quested to find the urn to save his dying daughter, and either found it in time to cure her, or returned 100 years after her death. The ballads end less than certain on that point. From Brother Geneti. Perhaps I could ask Liliana about her favorite rendition of that. No beast is more beloved by Durthamin than the bear. When the world was new, Durthamin gave one secret to each creature to keep. The foxes traded their secrets to Andrul for wings. The hares shouted theirs to the treetops. The birds sold theirs for gold and silver. Only the bears kept Durthamin's gift, teeth within their dens. They slept the months away in the company of their secrets and nothing else. When Durthamin discovered what had been done with his gifts, he snatched the wings from the foxes, silenced the voices of the hares, and turned the birds into paupers. But the bears he honored for their steadfastness. Transcribed from a Dalish tale, 98 Dragon. That's a nice tale from the Dalish. Maybe they got some more. I look forward to learning it. Should tell that to Liliana. Maybe she could make a song about it. Normally, it is almost unheard of for bears to attack travelers. They are, in fact, so shy and so inactive during the day that most people never encounter a bear at all. However, should a bear be provoked, they are remarkably dangerous. The normally placid-seeming creatures become enraged and can strike massive blows with their paws, capable of knocking a man off his feet. Blackstone Letter of Conscription. Dear friend, you are receiving this letter because you or someone else placed your name on an article of conscription, thereby pledging your life to the Blackstone Irregulars. With war looming on all fronts, the Irregulars must build their numbers. We are forced to call upon those who have sworn their assistance to make good on those oaths. Say farewell to your friends and family. While you may return to them, you must prepare them for the possibility that this will be your last day together. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Tauron. This letter is marked with the seal of the Blackstone Irregulars. Maleficarum regrets. I won't go back. Let them hunt and dread finding me. But you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the Enchantress. Sell them to fund a new path. The cash is in the study area. Middle alcove. Goodbye. Belle Groose. done what I can do. Now I need to go. What's done is done, and that's it. I tried to warn them. They know what's going on. Okay. See if there's anything else. I doubt it very much. Yeah, because this place is not defensible, and they don't have the supplies to hold out anyway. Yeah, what are these people going to do, and where are they going to go? This isn't even really sanitary. They've got to get out of here. Oh, nice puppies. Nice Mabari, I should say.
Have a care where your eyes linger, Alistair.
Yes, well, don't worry. It's not what you think.
I see.
I was looking at your nose.
And what is it about my nose that captivates you so?
I was just thinking that it looks exactly like your mother's.
I hate you so much. What?
Oh, good job one,
Never
Alistair.
mind.
Good job, Alistair. You went after her soft spot. Mothers and daughters. That always gets us. Very clever, Alistair.
I shall do it.
Very clever. Yeah, that's where, if you want to get someone, that's where you do it. If you want to get a young lady, get her by comparing her to her mother. That's the best way. Even better yet, her grandmother. Oh, yeah. But I never knew my grandmother. But comparing me to my mother, what a nightmare. That thing. That person. Who I cannot stand or abide by. It is one of the things that I can relate to with Morrigan and that I do like. Although, from what I've seen so far, her mother is not as bad as mine. But you never know. I didn't live with her mother. No one knows the pain of a daughter and how she lives with her accursed mother, except that daughter. So perhaps her mother was worse than mine. And there are ugly things about her mother compared to mine. Perhaps they're both rotten to their daughters, in different, just albeit in different ways. Let's go. We've done what we can. Oh no. Ugh. No. No.
Bad dreams, huh?
I hate this dreaming shit. It was so much better before I had these stupid dreams. This is one of the good things about the end of the day. You go to bed, you fall asleep, it's nice and black, you don't dream, you just feel comfortable, you fall asleep, it's nice and comfy, you wake up refreshed. You don't have stuff like this interrupting you and stabbing you when you're vulnerable. This is the part about becoming a Grey Warden I hate the most, because it was nice to be able to sleep and not see anything, just a nice, comfortable black, instead of these bizarre dreams. I don't know how humans can do this their whole life without going insane. Seems so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them.
Great.
The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde.
Great.
And we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Are these dreams going to happen a lot?
It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me, too.
Thanks, Alistair. You know, you're a great-looking guy. You got kind of a goofball sense of humor. I know dozens of Dwarmood women that would love to climb your peaks, play with your chiseled elves, but at the end of the day, you're like the brother I never had. In a way, you get to kind of play a role to me similar to the one I played for Rika, and it's kind of nice to have that kind of relationship with someone. For you to treat me in some ways the same way I treated Rika. Our relationship, except I get to be in her shoes with you. Kind of like you're a bright brother or something. Thanks. It's kind of nice. So thank you, Alistair. I appreciate it, my big brother.
That's what I'm here for. To deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
So I guess the thing about the Grey Wardens is you lose your old family and you get a new one. And you're a nice-looking good brother. I like you.
Oh, why, you little...
Did you jump at the sight of your own shadow again, brother?
Oh, you're so funny. Such rapier wit. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me. Look.
It was just a warning. He could have taken a hand off.
Don't you think I don't know it? Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Betty buddy.
I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished.
Aww.
Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
Aw, poor Betty buddy.
Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
No, don't hurt my puppy. My mage puppy. I'd never feed you another human puppy, my mage puppy, buddy.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Be nice to my mage puppy, Betty buddy. That's Alistair just getting revenge for getting bit. Big bad dumb brother.
Oh, look at what your fool dog placed in my pack.
He likes you. Aw, Betty
A
buddy.
putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
No, but he didn't mean anything bad by it. But yeah, I wouldn't want to find that either. That would be yucky. Ugh. It's the thought that counts. He means well.
The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
It was a gift. You can't just throw it away like that.
I just did.
Aw, poor Betty buddy.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Aw, you picking on my Betty buddy. Dust Town Mage, be nice to her. I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. My Betty buddy. Yes, she does. She is a bit of a diva. Meeting of the minds. I'm gonna watch.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's like my weird uncle. That's dead. Our stoic weird uncle. But not in a creepy way, just kind of weird. Oh, Betty buddy. Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? All Alright then, have fun then. Yeah, you enjoy yourself, Betty Buddy. You deserve it. And then you have a good rest too. I want to give you a big pat. Yes. Yes, my big bad Betty Buddy. You're so good. I love you, my Betty Buddy. Okay. Let's talk to my brother.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Okay, brother. There's a uniform? Where's mine then? Yes.
You didn't have to put up with all the years of boring bookwork and all the rituals and prayer, so you don't get the uniform.
Oh, come on.
Consider yourself lucky.
Oh, come on. So you earned your Templarhood, is that it? Is that where you deflect questions with humor, right?
I'd use my shield if I could, but I think you might actually spot me hiding behind it.
Oh, ha ha.
You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do really want to know, yes.
Poke, poke, poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair. All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right?
Okay.
The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
Well, that's good. I think I understand. Doing something that you're good at gives you a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Using the abilities I have came after years of education and discipline that was difficult to achieve, if rewarding.
Yes.
The sword training and religious doctrine all came later. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic.
They are.
So I kept it up.
Good.
What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
I guess my home is with the Grey Wardens now. With you. Because you're my brother.
It is. I didn't know you felt that way. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again.
Yep.
Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good. Either way.
Oh, I don't know. We can rebuild them. We'll do the best we can.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now. What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
I'm...
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden?
We're not going to do
I
this.
don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked.
And we're not going to allow that to
Eventually,
happen.
other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
Me neither. I agree 110%.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Never mind. Well, actually...
What do you need?
Okay.
Why are we stopping?
We're working together. I think I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Yes, because we don't want to blunder into an ambush and get killed like you did. We have to be careful. Being overly aggressive will get us killed. This is similar to the issue that we had with going immediately after Logain in Denram. We may go to Denram eventually, or sooner rather than later, but we're not going to start by trying to fight him. You have a similar issue that she did. You need to be prepared first. Are you alright? You were in that cage for weeks, for example.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
I've never seen a Kunari before. Tell me about your people.
No.
Please?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of... The elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
You said you were in the army.
I am.
And you have kind of the humor of a person in the army. Why would the Kunari send soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
You didn't really answer my question.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you're a soldier, all right. That sort of laconic, smart-ass approach. Rather dour, yep. Are you always this stubborn?
Yes. There is no point to this. We are keeping the darkspawn waiting.
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty.
And where you say duty, I say overly aggressive foolishness that got your party killed. Nowhere near as parsimonious as your language, but still just as true. Never mind, let's keep moving.
As you wish.
He's defining the duty in his own way, and I have to respect that.
Yes.
What were you doing in that cage?
Sitting, as you observed.
Haha, yes, of course he's in the military. Cute, you're the silent type, I see.
Your grasp of the obvious is remarkable.
Yes, you're definitely a soldier. Just tell me.
I did. Ashera. Was there anything else?
Yes, of course. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
When are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
Well, you can stay with us.
Thank you. Can we move on? We keep the darkspawn waiting.
Because, I mean, hey, you may be a weird uncle, but you're not pervy. So we'll keep you around, and you probably know your end of a sword. You're a soldier. And you're alone. You don't really have a family, and I don't have much of a family right now either. So, well, I'm kind of developing one. So you can be part of that, uncle. I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Never mind.
Very well.
I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Yeah, he's a soldier through and through. He's got this sort of laconic smartass of a soldier.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer.
You're welcome.
Bodon Fennick at your service once again.
Hello,
I
Bodon.
saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Absolutely great. Have you been following us?
Following you? I'm not even certain where you're going, my friend. And quite
Okay.
frankly, it's none of my business.
I'm sorry, Bodon.
Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing
Sure thing, I'm sorry.
I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be
No,
on.
no.
But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
I want you both with me. What are you selling exactly?
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes.
Good.
Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
Okay. You're free to say.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
You're
It
welcome.
won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. You should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Okay. Sure thing.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Sure. So what's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm originally from Orzammar, just as you are, I suspect.
Yeah.
You don't have the look of a surface dwarf about you. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You
Yep.
can't just leave them behind.
Tell me
I
about
ran
it.
a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Yeah, nobles. Go on.
So, as I said, things were going well. But good things must come to an end. One day, a noble woman came to my stall. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot. A corpse.
Yeah, of course they would.
Nobles.
Yeah.
They're touchy.
Yeah, they are. Did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me.
Yeah.
The lost tides. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Better to do something with them than leave them to rot. Yep.
That's exactly how I see it. The noble woman
It gives us
wasn't
some
too
work.
happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out.
Smart
Bribed
move.
the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Good idea. You're quite lucky to have a fascinating story. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
You didn't mention your son in the tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be.
Okay.
Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think. And he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
Good for you, Bodan. You understand that family isn't about blood. Blood is just an event of circumstances. There's nothing intrinsic or inherent to it. You understand that families are made. They aren't inherent to blood. They're made and created through work and care and love. Good for you, Bodan. Blood isn't that all
That's how
important.
I've always felt.
Good.
As long as he's happy, so am I.
Good for
It's
you.
not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
That's good. But where do these goods come from? Not the deep roads.
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them.
Okay.
The things in the lost tides, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
True. What do you mean?
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things.
Okay.
I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
No, it's not bad. I suppose it's better than having the Darkspawn take it all.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Have you heard any rumors?
There's knights from Redcliffe spread all over Ferelden on some kind of mission, but I hear that they're starting to become rare to find. Maybe they all went back to Redcliffe.
Yep, it's about the
Likely
urn
they
of
got tired of
Andraste.
searching for something that can't be found and abandoned their search. I wonder what Earl Eamon is going to do without any knights. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Any other rumors?
I heard from some travellers that something bad might have happened in Redcliffe, overrun by Darkspawn, maybe. There's no word from the village at all. A merchant friend of mine said he encountered someone fleeing the place and there was nothing waiting for him there but death. He wisely turned around and came right back.
Okay.
That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Have you heard any other rumors?
It's not just Darkspawn in the Horde, you know that? There are people with them. Folks who are sick with the blood,
Yep.
and their minds are all twisted
Ghouls.
and mad. I heard tell of a man meeting his own brother on the field, yet when he called out to him, his brother didn't even recognize him and just attacked.
It will happen.
That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
No, it happens. Let me see your wares, Bodan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay. Okay, stone. Better. Let's sell that stuff.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Let me see your wares, Bodan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Honestly. And this stuff. Yeah, we're gonna need it. Okay. We'll get that later. Okay. Well, you've got quite a setup here, Morrigan. Much elaborate in its own way, compared to our tents.
I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Tell me, are you really Flemeth's daughter?
I assume you were actually asking whether Flemeth herself gave birth to me.
Correct.
Truly, I do not know. I once asked Flemeth that very question, and she merely laughed at me. 'Tis not inconceivable that she could capture a chastened man, or perhaps change to a more attractive form to attract him willingly. I find it more difficult to imagine her with child.
She was not as old as she is now, was she?
As a matter of fact, I remember her being younger once. She had black hair, much like my own, long and lustrous. But how could that be if she is centuries old?
Yeah.
Has she become wizened only recently? Or are the tales of her legend only that, and nothing more? I
Interesting.
do know the tales of Flemeth having many daughters, even though I have never met another. And Flemeth has always treated me as her blood.
Does that mean you love her?
What an odd thing to say. Why must love enter into the equation? Flemeth taught me everything I needed to learn. How to survive, the meaning of power,
Okay.
the truth of men. If other mothers do not teach these things, then I believe them the lesser.
It is true, to an extent. Besides, she's a duster from Dusttown with magic. It's best to just go along.
You suppose it's true?
Yep.
'Tis true.
Prickliness.
To indulge in love is to indulge in delusion. Surely a Grey Warden such as yourself does not believe otherwise.
I do, in fact, believe otherwise, though.
I see. Well, we all have our weaknesses, don't we?
Let's see what she's
I
got to
await
say.
your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Can you teach others to become
Possibly,
shape-changers?
if I had the desire to. I do not.
As you wish. Nah, just go along with her.
I await your
On
command.
that one. I'd like to discuss something personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. Okay. So here's our water. I guess it's okay.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden.
Hello,
Did
Levy.
Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
No, I'm sorry. You know Duncan?
Oh, yes, for years. Considered him a friend, I did. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time.
Oh, you're not.
But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more.
I know.
A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
Okay. How did you know Duncan?
It's a bit of a tale, that is. But I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden.
Really?
Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Maker's breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really.
Okay. What promise did Duncan make
My
to you?
family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last warden commander of Ferelden back when the wardens were known as freeloaders.
Ouch.
So King Arlen banished the wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
That's a bit drastic,
And
isn't
then
it?
some. Not much is known about that time. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one, and our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world.
Ouch.
But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Good. I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So what favor did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name.
Okay.
It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
Okay. Couldn't you just go there by
Well,
yourself?
no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arlen's days. At least none that's come back.
Oh.
I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honor.
Oh, okay. How will reclaiming the peak help the wardens?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there.
Okay.
He also hoped to recover lost warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
Alright. Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden.
Oh, yeah.
And Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Caleb. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak. But he
Okay.
never had the chance.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain.
Okay.
Will you think on it at least?
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden.
Thank you,
I'll
Levy.
mark down the location on your map.
Thank you.
When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Okay. Sounds good. Codex updated. The history of the Drydens. In the years following the siege of Soldier's Peak, all those who carried the Dryden name were hunted by King Arlen's forces. Our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connections to the Drydens suffered greatly. It is little wonder, then, that the few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Tobin Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee Ferelden. Tobin bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel and traveled under the name de Rocher. Once in Antiva, Tobin set about building a new quiet life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The de Rocher merchant family prospered, and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 Blessed, Sylvie de Rocher uncovered old documents belonging to Tobin and pieced together the family's history. In her pride, and perhaps in her naivete, Sylvie reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. King Arlen lies dead, and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived, since the death of Sophia Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was greater than them, almost a queen, and a hero of the people of Ferelden. From the personal files of Levy Dryden, merchant. Normally this kind of families, this kind of blood stuff doesn't get to me, but appreciating a history like that, I can get behind that. I understand. Just as long as you don't become a slave to it. There's a difference between history and worshipping the myths of the past. Sophia Dryden is Ferelden's light and her most brilliant jewel. Nothing on this earth can ever quench her fire. Our Lessa Sophia Dryden was the young Arlen's rival for the throne of Ferelden. Dryden was a strong and charismatic leader, with much support from the Banorn. When Arlen finally won the crown, Dryden refused to relent. She pushed her claim, was caught, and accused of treason. Her sympathizers continued to support her, however. In order to appease them, Dryden was spared execution and forced to join the Grey Wardens instead. Okay. Dryden survived the joining and dazzled the Grey Wardens at Soldier's Peak with her leadership skills and charm. She eventually rose through the ranks to become the Warden Commander of Ferelden. Okay. Before Commander Dryden, the Grey Wardens were seen as a relic of an older time and an unnecessary drain on the nobles' coffers. Dryden, though, with her political connections, reinvigorated the Wardens and rapidly increased their numbers. In the meantime, King Arlen proved himself a devious king, willing to go to brutal lengths to silence his opponents. Arlen's reign of terror grew worse with each passing year. I see where this is going. And some of the bands approached Commander Dryden in desperation, begging her to intercede. Oh, no. And then we jumped into politics. She agreed, big mistake. And thus was the rebellion against King Arlen born. And that's why we got kicked out. Because of her. She should never have done that. Arlen learned of the rebellion and took steps to end it. He publicly suspended all tithing to the Grey Wardens and declared that they were no longer welcome in Ferelden. Of course he did, because we got in the middle of politics. Some of the Wardens, mindful that they were supposed to remain politically neutral, felt disgraced by Dryden's involvement in Ferelden politics and left her side, even as the king's forces lay siege to Soldier's Peak. They did the right thing, given their position. The siege took months and ended with the death of Sophia Dryden, from the personal files of Levi Dryden, merchant. That's not necessarily someone I would go with. I get her meaning, but nah, part of it was ambition, but part of it was because she wanted to make things better. She never should have done what she did. She should have left her old life and old past behind. But she didn't.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments.
Oh.
One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now?
A savant?
A savant.
A savant. Okay.
I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others.
Mm-hmm.
It's a process that some of the master smiths back
Oh
at
yeah, I
Orzammar
remember that. Hearing about that.
But my boy here is
Nice.
just adept at it.
Yep, we
Isn't that
dwarves
right,
are
boy?
awesome.
Enchantment.
And there you have it.
We're awesome with the dwarves. Awesome. We are awesome dwarves. I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment.
Okay, thank you. Okay, for Leliana. Let's give you that. Okay. Let's see about something. Yeah, I'll give this to you. I'll just sell that chastened flat blade.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Let me see your wares,
I'm
Bodine.
sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay. Alright. Now, I want to talk to this mysterious young woman who I really, really like. I really like her. So let me check something. Leliana is very devout. Let's wait on that. I think he has an artistic...
I could get used to this, you know.
Okay.
Yes?
I like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Yeah, let's just move on. I think Leliana would like this. I need to make room anyway, eventually. She's very religious and devout. So I think that she would like a religious symbol, such as this. Because she's one of the faithful and a former lay sister. She's lay sister.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
Because Alistair sort of always struck me as having sort of a hands-on artistic approach to things. And she would like a religious iconography. So, when I look at what we can do, I think I'm at a stage where I need to slowly build ourselves up. Not directly go after anything immediately. Or try anything immediately. But let's just slowly build ourselves up. So that we can, when we eventually go on missions, because the first one I'm probably going to do, honestly, is the Broken Circle. Get some mages behind us. I could do the Earl of Redcliffe, but I want to wait on Orzammar. I can't deal with it right now. I know that's personal and petty, but I cannot deal with that place. With the elves, I think the Earl of Redcliffe, because Alistair has connections to them, would be the best at first. I mean, second. The reason why I want to do the circle is because mages are incredibly powerful. I see what the Circle Mages who fought with us and died did, and more I see what Morrigan does, and it's impressive. We could use more mages. And also, if we help them out, and then we go, we help them out, and then we go to see Earl of Redcliffe, he'll have to pay even more attention to us. But I suppose we could go to Lake Calenhad, where that is, and just look the area over.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Well, I got some death root and some elf root.
It is begun.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden.
It's okay.
Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? We all got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Are you asking me to find your mule?
Oh, no, I sent the elf to do that.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't
elf?
dream of asking a stranger to do it. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur, at your service.
I am Natia. Pleased to meet you.
I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you consider helping a fellow out?
What do you need?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
What's the catch?
The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated.
Oh, okay.
Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn.
Oh.
That's not such an issue for adventurous types like yourself, surely. Or I'm hoping that's so, at least.
How do I even know this will work?
The fellow I brought it from is a long-standing contact. He didn't want to come to Ferelden, however, with all our troubles.
Fair enough.
He said he got it from the man who owned this golem. But to be honest, I have no idea if it will work.
Okay.
Hence the low price. What do you say?
How much do you want for it?
Nothing.
Oh.
I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit.
Fair enough.
To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away.
Okay. Yes, I think I could use it.
Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honnleath. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulav Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
Okay. And if it doesn't, a personal golem sounds good.
Best of luck to you then. And now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
Okay. Oh, it's pretty heavily loaded. I'd want more than just one mule to pull that. One thing I do like about being here versus Orzammar is all of the green. And this is a nice stretch of road compared to many others. But yeah. Beautiful greenery. And there's the sky. Beautiful sunset coming on. It's another thing I do like about being out of Orzammar and on the surface. Uh-oh. Oh.
How did a child survive that? The crater is still smoking. It's a boy. 5 fingers, 5 toes. That's all that matters to me. The Maker has answered our prayers. Let's go home, Marta, and raise the tyke as our own.
Okay. Meteor metal ore. This hunk of rock fell from the sky, perhaps the last remnant of another world far off in the sky. If you could find a smith with the skill to temper it. That would be nice. There's the old road. Okay. We'll go as far as what we're mainly going to do is scouting, skirmishing, slowly building ourselves up. I want to be in as good a shape I am before I start doing the missions seriously. So we're going to scout and skirmish, get some experience, get some better equipment, get some money, get some items over time, develop our interactions with people. We're going to take it nice and slow and easy. If we run into anything too difficult and desperate, then we're going to stop and try something different.
Ready. Off I go. Done.
Oh, that's not a good sign. What's up?
Where
Okay.
to now?
Nothing was said. That's not a good sign. Then again, we wouldn't be seeing bodies hanging from ropes if there was a good sign at all. Yeah. Oh, will you look at that?
Hurry! As you wish.
Let's make this quick. Damn.
Shoot that one.
Coming.
Okay.
Get it!
I think we work well together.
Okay.
Yes? Okay. Got an idea here. Very well. It is begun. Let's finish this. All right, battle is then.
You ready? Okay. Oh, Alistair. Yeah, we'll keep you at ranged. There we go. Tactics.
Okay, done with you now. This part takes forever.
Okay.
As you said.
Okay.
I shall.
Uh,
Hmm?
all right.
Right away. I shall.
Done. Die!
So be it. All right, battle it is then.
Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Getting more and more experience in how to make these people work together
What now?
in an effective manner.
On my way.
Okay. Okay.
What is it?
I wonder, maybe we should pull them all the way back here. Okay, buddy. Bit of a distance, but oh well.
Right away. Yes, of course.
Oh well, look at what we got here.
I'll do it.
Come on. Come on. Alright.
Right away.
Okay, dog. Go get him.
Yeah! I'll try to be merciful. On my way. Make a prison.
You need to keep on hitting this guy. Alistair.
Is that all you got?
That's not the right guy. Hit this guy. Okay. Alright. Let's get back down here. Okay. That's some nice poison. Okay. I want her to have more health for the time being. And a heal would be useful. This, of course, is important. I'm definitely going to have her be an anti-mage killer. But I want her to be able to heal, at least.
Warden,
Okay. All right.
very well.
Let's see. I've got an idea. Okay, dog.
As you like. Yes, of course.
Well, that's not good.
For the Grey Wardens!
Right away.
terrain did not quite match what I wanted. Unfortunately. And with that. Okay, so it's going to be like this. Now we're rampaging. I usually don't do that, but...
Try not to look too incompetent. It's embarrassing.
Sometimes that does work. Normally I'd take it a lot slower and easier, but oh well. Let me check something. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
It's done. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Betty buddy. Okay. I'll have to check that out.
Hmm?
Okay. Oh, I think I know what that might be too. Alright. Let's go check this. Let's see here. A note from the Honnleath Village Council. Mistress Matilda, the council has unanimously agreed to put you in charge of the decorations for Honnleath's upcoming harvest festival. We all adored what you did with the village for the winter solstice. As usual, the statue must be adorned with items that capture the essence of the season. Iris kindly offered the use of her wide-brimmed straw hat with the berries and daisies, and would love to see it on the statue. Father Goodman will also donate some of his baby pumpkins. We think a garland of small pumpkins and ribbons draped about the statue's shoulders would be lovely. Whatever you decide will be splendid, I'm sure, and we are all looking forward to it. Councilman Murray. Okay. Okay, I wonder if that key is to that box up there. Okay. That looks like a militiaman who died. Okay. Olaf's prize cheese knife and... Okay. Yeah, it looks like they had a militiaman or guard here who tried to fight and got killed. Okay. Well, let's see if we can activate ourselves a golem. Basket of bird seed. The basket is almost empty. Most of the bird seed seems to have been scattered to attract birds. Wow. Impressive golem.
It looks like a golem, doesn't it? An actual golem, and not a statue at all. I wonder how it ended up here, of all places.
Good point. On closer inspection, it appears to be a golem like those few that remain in Orzammar, but obviously damaged and corroded by inactivity. Dulef Gwar. Nothing happens. Apparently, either the rod is not working or the code word is incorrect. Okay. So like I thought before, when we do this mission, we're gonna see how far we get, guys and gals. But when I first start to run into rough and determined resistance that could really hurt me, I'm probably gonna back off. Cluster, small chipped. Okay. Actually, you know what? Alright, let's form a row. Honestly, this is so close and hemmed in. Yeah, we might as well get to the... Good old Betty Buddy. Probably can't be doing too much of that stuff.
Ready.
Okay, doggy. Okay, Liviana. I suppose we could put people back there, but nah. Why don't we spook them? Let's go run. Okay. Okay.
On my way.
All right. Might want to actually spring our trap a bit closer next time. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Spring the trap a bit closer.
What now?
Okay. To pick up our bow again. Okay, let's run. They're having a couple guys come. Knock him out. Give him a good kick. Everybody, let's go get this guy. Let's go get this guy too. Hey, doggy. Okay, Dougie. Howl at the moon. Oh, look, here they come, everybody. This guy. Alright, guys. Keep on hitting them. You want me? Okay. Alright, dog. Perfect. Oh, fuck nuts on a bitch. Okay. What the fuck? God. Alright, what's the situation? Dog. No, 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 not him. Yeah, that was sloppy.
Very well.
Morgan, I was hoping that you'd do better in terms of killing that guy. That did get sloppy.
I shall do it.
You know, I wonder. Put that there. Put the bomb right there. Put that there. Give me that acidic coating. Alright. You know what? I'll just put the venom right there. Okay. Not the cheeriest place. Okay. We need to do something with Dougie.
What now?
Yeah, we gotta get his health and strength up. Alright. Anything else? Nope. Okay, so I'm wondering. Okay. Give me that bow. Okay, Dougie. For the time being. Yeah, it's getting close. Alright, everybody. Get right here. Get right there.
What?
You get right there. Give me the dog. I'm gonna put you right here.
Hmm?
Let's see if we can pull some guys. Well, special brew. This dark colored ale gives off a thick oaky smell. Swirling it in the tankard, you notice it take on an unexpected glow. Okay. Alright. Oh boy, there's a bunch of them. Let's just try to pull these guys one at a time. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, that didn't do too well. Everybody? Everybody, seriously, get this guy.
I shall done.
Shield pummel.
Very well.
Now, go. There. Okay, dog. Hawk Moon. Okay, good. We managed to kill that guy. Got very fortunate in terms of pulling
Is
it.
that all you got? Give it.
Okay, everybody.
It's done.
It is begun.
We lucked out.
It shall be done.
Right away.
Got that emissary.
I shall do it.
He was off by himself. Okay. Hopefully that took the heart out of his defenses. The emissary is always the most dangerous, because there was already...
Let's go.
Okay, doggy. Let's keep going.
It's done.
Good job, Betty Buddy. Okay.
I am armed.
Okay, Alistair. Okay, Dougie. Okay, Morgan.
Ready!
You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna try it.
At your order.
On my way.
Done. As you wish. Yes. Off I go.
It's a doctor!
I shall do it.
Hooey!
Bark at the moon.
Here. Let's end this.
And then of course there we go. Hit him with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Most excellent!
Okay. That went quick and easy.
Very well.
Alright. decades-old letter. Madam, I can assure you that the Circle of Magi is not a sacrilegious institution, and that, indeed, we operate under the supervision of the Chantry. It would make our investigation of your husband's death much easier if you would simply cooperate with us. I am disappointed to hear that you sold the Golem's activation rod. I understand both it and your husband were of invaluable aid to King Merrick during the war against Orlais. Without the rod, we cannot discern whether Willem's Golem was responsible for his murder. The Golem will simply have to remain where it is unless the villagers can find a means to destroy it. Our condolences to you and your son for your loss. I imagine it is of little consolation to you, but your husband is much admired here and will be missed. Maker keep you. First Enchanter Arland. So whoever owned Shale was killed, and they think Shale might have done it. I'm not sure in that case that I necessarily want to have Shale. Not if she's going to come out, and I'm not necessarily sure if I want to have that Golem. Because that Golem might kill me. Killed its previous owner, it might also kill me, and I don't want that. Okay? Well, it's nice to know we rescued these people. Saw too many of them die before. But it sounds like the Golem killed its master, named Willem, and I'm not sure I want that.
As you like.
By the Maker, we're saved!
You weren't sent by the ban, were you? To save us?
I am a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Here! Thank the Maker for our luck! But if you weren't sent by someone, why are you here? If you don't mind me asking.
I bought a control rod, but it doesn't work.
A control rod? Do you mean the one for Shale?
Oh. Someone doesn't like Shale. Okay. Alright.
That damnable Golem brought us nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago after it killed my father, and good riddance.
Okay. Killed your father? What do you mean?
My father's name was Wilhelm. Mage to the Isles of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais. And what did he get? One day, my mother found him outside the tower, with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him, and Shale standing over him, just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake Shale up, well, it's yours now.
That's great. It murdered its master.
Look, I know you probably have more important things on your mind, but I really need your help.
Okay.
I know you already saved my life, and I'm grateful, but my daughter is inside the laboratory. She was afraid and ran too far in before I could stop her. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you?
I'm not going to say that because he's a distraught father. What killed this man who went after
There
her?
are defenses my father put down here to keep strangers out. I knew about the barrier. I had the key for that, but the rest of it, well, we never came down here. Ever.
Oh. I'm not going to upset your stepfather. I want to know how to activate that golem.
How to activate it? We just used the control rod and the code phrase. Or did Mother
She
give me
gave the wrong one.
I wouldn't be surprised. She said she never wanted to see Shale activated again.
And
If so, I'll gladly tell you the proper phrase. Just save my little girl, I'm begging you.
I'll do it, no problem. All right. I'll look for her.
You will? Thank the Maker! My father's laboratory is just past the next area, I think. She has to be there.
So here's the thing. We're going to be careful here. I don't know how much farther I'm going to go. I'm leery of going too far. Because who knows?
Yes, your wish?
Who knows how much more there is? Before things become too tough. So we're going to go a bit of a ways. Yeah, I don't know how far. And I hope we don't run into a bunch of damn spiders. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much farther we're going to go. I didn't like that. That was a bad sound.
I shall do it.
Okay.
Very well.
Our bad sound appears to be joined by... Oh, this is not good. Nope, it's not good at all. Ooh, God, they got like this mouth thing. It's disgusting. What is it, like teeth? Yuck.
Very well.
Okay, dog, see if this will do anything. Okay, once you start hitting them, they start to go down relatively quickly, which is good. That's good. Once you start hitting them, they start to go down quickly. Okay. Morgan? No, that's a bad choice. Not because it won't do damage, but because I'm worried about friendly fire. And yeah, I got hurt again. I've got like half of my health left. That's a nice, helpful start. Okay. That's disgusting with those teeth in its chest. A chest full of teeth? Ugh. Oh. That looks good. That's just disgusting. Horrific monster. Shit. Okay. Alright. Looks like we got a hat for you, Morgan. Hat for Morgan. Enchantress Cowl. Book. Journal of Enchanter Golem. I don't know how much farther we'll go. I got the feeling we're coming up to something. Let's go read creatures. Ashwraith. Legend has it that when Andraste's ashes were taken into hiding, some of her closest disciples gave themselves to the fire. I'm not going to be worshipping that religion then. That their restless souls might remain to guard her final resting place forever. I'm glad they don't do this anymore, as near as I can tell. Whether they are the spirits of Andraste's disciples or merely fade spirits, the temple that houses the sacred urn is filled with wraiths. Created from a burnt corpse, an Ashwraith is a powerful and amorphous opponent, able to lash and smother while being immune to most physical attacks. Even if successfully dispersed, it can reform at a later time. Great. Magic is the only real way to fight such a creature, wind and ice attacks being the most useful. Okay, that's good to know. They are capable of creating small whirlwinds that are devastating to anyone unfortunate enough to get close, and their touch leaves a person drained. They did a little bit of that to Alistair, but they did more to me. The Journal of Enchanter Wilhelm. 13 Plutonus. The interrogation of the demon is going well and is rather fascinating, provided that what it is saying is true. I have sent all my research so far to First Enchanter Ardent, and while he is concerned about my safety, I can't imagine why. He does not think that there's a reason to stop just yet. Oh, okay, yeah, because he's not taking the risks. I hope is that the Templars do not discover what I am doing. How will we ever find another way to deal with demonic possession if the Chantry does not let us research it? A fair concern, but I think it might be better if this is being managed differently. 20 Ula Vista. Young Matthias nearly wandered down here today, and this time I forgot to leave the barrier up. I believe I will key the defenses to ignore anyone of my blood. I would rather have the boy stumble into the laboratory than have him killed by my forgetfulness. Poor lad, all he wants is to know why his father spent so much time beneath the tower. I will spend more time with him soon, I swear it. 28th, Ula Vista. Shale is acting strangely. I wonder if I should discontinue my experiments upon it. Might be a good idea, particularly when you're dealing with a demon at the same time. I am so near a breakthrough, I am certain. Perhaps it is best if I focus on the demon. Your golem is acting strange, and you're doing dangerous work with a demon at the same time. I wonder. 2 Matrolinus. The demon almost managed to get away again. Tricky. I shall have to be more careful. Young Eamon sent a letter asking me to return to Redcliffe. I shall have to consider it soon. 11 Matrolinus. Matronalis. Could it be? What an intriguing discovery, especially considering that the demon was attempting to keep me from it at all costs. Or did it lead me to that information by seeming to deny it from me? I must discover the truth. 19th Umbralia. I think it is time to dismiss this demon. It is too dangerous for me to continue holding it, and I cannot discount the possibility that it is having some influence over the golem. So the golem that we would like to get might be demon-possessed. Oh, yay. Or is it my experiments? Or that. I will try to deactivate Shell for the time being, and then deal with the demon once and for all. Let it end here. There are no further entries. Oh, so you tried to deactivate him when you were the demon has an impact, and it didn't work out, and now you're dead. I'm wondering about getting this golem myself. From the Journal of Enchanter Wilhelm Sulzbacher. I'm wondering about what I should do myself. So, yeah. Okay. So what do we do? Okay. Okay.
Yes?
All right. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. All right. Oh, the
Ready.
heck with it. No, that's what keep 2 of them messed up. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. No. No, we're done. I'm not going any further. No, there's weird shit down there. I'm not going to go there. We're going to wait until we get stronger. I'm not even going to take a closer look. I have no idea what that is, and I'm going to wait. We'll come back later. I'm going to slowly build ourselves up. Let's go to Forest. Like Calenhead Forest. Lake Calen. Excuse me. Yeah, we're going to go to Lake Calenhead. As soon as we sell some stuff. We'll be back. We'll be back. But for now, sell some stuff. Alright. I know what we need to go next. Let's go to camp.
I don't understand. You look like a woman.
This is going to be an interesting discussion. I am a woman.
You are a Grey Warden, so it follows that you can't be a woman.
Oh. Why not?
Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight.
Well, that's a great attitude to have, and then get stabbed in the back by a woman. Women don't fight. I'm not worried about it. Oh, wait, look, I got a knife in my back. I'm dead now. I can't imagine why. You know, I'm not really surprised that with that kind of attitude, blundering around going, oh, well, look, I don't think there's going to be any Darkspawn here tonight. We'll be fine. Bam! Surprise! Darkspawn hit you. Because with that attitude, guess what? You're just looking to be surprised and stabbed in the back, you idiot. No wonder you guys got killed. Besides, you're an obnoxious jackass. I and Leliana have killed a lot more people than you have so far, and it isn't just because we haven't used you. We've also been a lot more successful in terms of our group not getting wiped out. That's not a universal truth. Some women fight.
Why would women ever wish to be men? That makes no sense.
They don't wish to be men. They wish to be women who fight.
Do they also wish to live on the moon? That's as attainable.
Well, I'm doing it right in front of you, killing a ton of people. Not only am I killing a ton of people, my group hasn't been wiped out like yours did. Probably because your attitude is like, this is not a place where we would be ambushed by Darkspawn. That would never happen here. I'm a woman and I'm fighting.
One of those things can't be true.
And that's when
a person is born, Gunari or human or elven or dwarf. He doesn't choose that. The size of his hands, whether he is clever or foolish, the land he comes from, the color of his hair, these are beyond his control. We do not choose, we simply are.
But a person can choose what to do.
Can they? We'll see.
Yeah, well, I don't care that you disapprove. Fuck you on that. You're wrong and I'm right. You know, that's why your party got massacred. You probably went there and said, this is not a place where the Darkspawn would attack us. We have nothing to worry about. Oh, the Darkspawn have attacked us. I am confused. There is no woman. She will not do any. She will not fight. Oh, I have a knife between the shoulder blades. I guess I am dead now. Oh, women will not fight. Oh, I have an arrow through my eye. I guess I am dead now. A woman shot me. How shocking. I do not understand. She must be a man. Now I am dead, because I am an idiot. Now, let's see. Okay, doing that. Okay. Baddie buddy, love me no matter what. Good baddie buddy. Oh, well, it could be worse. Okay, so we have to level the dog up.
Indeed.
Good old baddie buddy.
Indeed.
Baddie buddy needs health. Particularly if he's going to be at combat. That kind of fighter. Let's quickly see if anyone has anything to say.
Something on your mind?
He's my brother. And yes, he's gorgeous. And yes, he's a fighter. But it's just not going to work out between us. I mean, he's great looking. Maybe at a different point in my life. Maybe when I was younger. I did have a thing for kind of chiseled men with wonderful peaks and flowing Alps. He's sort of like this grand mountain range. Grand, noble, snow-capped mountain range. Except with a yellow fringe at the top. But a golden fringe. But it just... Nah, it's not yet. Maybe some other time in my life someone like him. But just not right now. I want something different. I need something different.
Of course.
What? Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
I have no more questions on that.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. Something on your mind?
Yeah, I have some
Of
questions.
course.
No, I'm not going to flirt with him. I want to be honest. I don't like to flirt unless I really, really want somebody. I just don't want to give him bad ideas. Particularly since he's kind of like a brother to me. The brother I never had. I don't want to complicate that relationship. What changes about you after the joining?
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
You've been a Grey Warden longer than I... Yeah, you have been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see."
Well, I see that I now have these annoying dreams instead of having a nice black sleep, comfy sleep. He wouldn't tell you.
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
So it was a
More
joke?
like an initiation. They all went through it too. Oh, and then there were
Yes.
the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you'd call it, their group mind.
Great.
And when we sleep, it's even worse.
I noticed.
You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
Nightmares? Yes, I know what you mean.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
His time has come. I have a bad idea about this.
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live. Give or take.
Great.
A taint. It's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
I see. I don't want to go to Orzammar to die. I just escaped from that damn place. Fine, I'm going to die. That's bad enough. But I don't want to go back to Orzammar. I hate Orzammar. Why do I got to go there to die? Why? I don't want to go to Orzammar. Why do we have to go to Orzammar?
You'll always find Darkspawn down where the dwarves are. The oldest Grey Wardens head to the deep roads for one last glorious battle. Not that there's a shortage of Darkspawn during the Blight, but that's the tradition. The dwarves respect us for it. And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. There you have it.
I don't want to go to Orzammar. Maybe instead of going to Orzammar, I could go to Kalsharok. Yeah, sure, they probably have the same stinking, stupid, awful caste system. Yeah, they probably have the same stinking, stupid dust town. But it's better. What I should do is go down there, get all the dusters I can with me, push it back, and have that be my push the Darkspawn back, set up a new tag that doesn't have the stupid caste system, and have that be my tomb. Then I want to go back to Orzammar. If I do it, it'll be Kalsharok, and I'll do that. I'll get everyone from Dust Town behind me. We'll go in there, we'll push back the Darkspawn, we'll start a new city with no caste. I never wondered that. I understand.
You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in front of me.
Oh, no.
He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
He will be remembered, Alistair, as will the others. I trust you. We will remember him.
You know, ending the Blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Yes. Anything else?
Something on your mind?
Some questions.
Of course.
What was it like to be a Grey Warden with all the others?
I didn't know them for very long, but I guess it was longer than you. You never met them all, did you? They were quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... Well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
I think it helps you, and I would like to know what it's about, because I'm going to have this life, and I like interesting stories. Weren't there any women?
Not as Grey Wardens. Not while I was there. I saw pictures of some, though none of them were as pretty as you are. There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfells. What's his name? Gregor. He was a burly man with the biggest, fuzziest beard you've ever seen. And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table.
Sounds like you had a lot of fun.
Sometimes. We were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew... Anyhow, it doesn't have to be deadly serious all the time. Anyhow, we never did find out. He said he'd drink a pint for every half pint that the rest of us drank. He was still going by the time the rest of us were passed out. I'm told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this must be hard for you.
Yes, I suppose so. I thought I was done with this, but it just struck me that I have nothing to remember Duncan by. Nothing at all. There's no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me. That must sound really stupid to you.
No! You have your memories of him.
I just would have liked something of his to take with me, that's all. Well, there's no use in moaning about it, is there? He's gone. Let's just go.
Oh. Yeah, I should have asked if there were any dwarves, but talking to Sten really got under my skin and bothered me. Sten. Missed my opportunity to talk about and ask if there were any dwarves.
I'm wondering something. I'd like to know your thoughts about some of our traveling companions. Do you mind if I ask?
Go ahead, I don't mind.
What about Sten? The way he looks at me with those eyes. Creepy. And he's so quiet for someone so big.
I have a lot of beefs with Sten. But I do respect
The
him.
more I talk to him, the more reasonable he does seem.
To an extent.
His philosophy is so strange. But it doesn't sound at all as vile as the Chantry describes it. And yet, he killed all those people. He doesn't even deny it. Doesn't that bother you?
Well, this philosophy kind of bothers me when it says that I have a certain position that I can't be what I really want. But he does seem to regret what he did, and he does seem to want redemption.
I'm not so sure that his regret means the same as it would for us. The Qunari sense of honor is a bit hard to grasp. For me, anyway. What about Liliana? Is she crazy? Or do you really believe in her vision?
I don't believe in these things, but it'll be interesting to know if he does.
Even the Chantry believes that most claims of visions and such are usually people's minds playing tricks on them.
Good.
Wishful thinking at best. I'm not sure what I think.
Thank you for the honesty. In general, I don't believe in it, but you know what? I believe that she believes in her vision.
That's one way to put it. I don't know what to make of her. If you look at her when she doesn't see you, she just looks so sad. I almost feel guilty taking her away from her life.
I don't. This is good for her. I really do think this is good for her.
Good for you, maybe. Her? I'm not so sure about. Morrigan. Do you trust her? Think about it. Maybe Flemeth sent her with us for some other reason than she said.
What reason could she have to betray us?
Hello? Have you met her?
You're just
I think
saying
you
it
need a
personal
reason
bias
not
gets
to
away.
betray us.
I think we're useful to her.
Well, there is that. Enough. I think my curiosity is sated. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Yeah. Sure.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Tell me about the Grey Woods.
Such as they are.
Nah, never mind.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
I'm interested, but I don't want to flirt with basically my brother. I don't want to flirt with my brother, but it is an interesting question. I'm not going to ask, though. He said I was pretty, which seems to indicate he has an interest in me in that way, and I don't want to encourage it. I don't want to play with his emotions and feelings, and I'm interested in someone else. Maybe in the future or some other time. Maybe when he was younger, maybe when he was older, I don't know. Hard to say. Just not right now.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
For now, let's just move on. Let's see what Morrigan's up to. But I'll sell some stuff first.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Let me see where it's about.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay. Stuff to think about. Yeah, I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell this. I wonder. That's better. That's not better. Where's Stan? Yeah, that's better. Go sell some stuff.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Let me see where's Bodine.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Sell that. Sell that. Might as well sell that because she's not going to use it anymore. These are pretty. Okay. Okay.
I await your command.
I'd like to discuss something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. Okay. You know what we're gonna do?
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Let me see where's Bodine.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright. Let's just wait on that for now. Let's
Shall
go.
be done.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Let's go to Calenhead Docks. Alright, let's get this done. Okay. Hello, Tegan.
You have coin, stranger? The doors of Mar closed off. Old Tegra can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
What's going on in Orzammar?
There's two things I'm here for. Travel or trade. Understand?
Yep, that's this discount of yours. Powder blue satin shoes with long ribbons that circle the ankle, gold lace trim and dangling gold charge shaped like puppies, and the finishing touches. I bet Liliana might like that.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Right away.
Okay. Attack the neck.
Let us go.
Very well.
As you say.
Okay.
business would the mighty Grey Wardens have with a man like me?
Well, I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars.
What is this about?
Stole Suppressing
I
Guild.
see. Tauren must have sent you. I refuse to answer to a pawn of Tauren. Come, men, to arms!
Enemy!
Okay.
Change! We must fight!
Okay. Okay. Well, that was that. Okay. Gotta find the remaining deserters. Hello, Kester.
Why, bless myself. What's a distinguished personage like yourself doing here?
Are you a mage?
A mage? Me? That'll be the day, I tell you. That will be the day. I'm the ferryman. Leastwise, I used to be. Poor old Kester. Out of a job.
Why?
I don't got a clue. They wouldn't tell me.
Oh.
Gregor just came down and said, "Don't you worry, Kester. We got it all under control, we do." Didn't say nothing else.
Sounds like
And
they
then he
didn't.
puts Carol in charge of my boat. Lissy. Named for my grandmum, she was.
Who's Gregor?
He's Knight Commander of the Templars up in the tower. Good man.
Okay. Is there something wrong up there at the tower?
I told you, they didn't tell me nothing. And if I know they're mages, I'm better off keeping out of their business.
Okay.
If I had to guess, I'd guess it had to do with magic. But the tower's always got something to do with magic.
Okay. How could you not know? You live close
Do
by.
I look like a Templar? A mage? Why would they tell me anything?
Good point. I could convince the Templars to let me
Maybe
in.
you could at that. I'm sure your mind's all afire now, eh?
What are your opinions on the circle?
I reckon it's good for them mages. Gather them all, learn them some proper magics.
Okay.
I know what they say about mages, but the Maker made them for a purpose. If you can't trust him, who can you trust?
Good point. So you know the Knight Commander Gregor well?
Oh, I can't say that. I'm lucky he's good enough to give me the time of day. The first enchanter's all right. He's polite as can be, but he's always a little distant, if you get my drift. But Gregor will stay to talk. I reckon he likes hearing from us common folk, you know?
Let's
He's
get
a
him
man
in.
to be respected, that Gregor.
Okay. I can't stay. Goodbye, Kester.
All right. Keep safe, you hear?
Sure.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet.
Okay.
I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
How can I help you?
Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
Okay. I'll take a look at those
Thank you, my
requests.
friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Makers smile upon you.
Okay, thanks.
As you say.
Alright, let's read about them. Oh, whoops. Despite the loyalist grasp on the mages' political community, many libertarians and aquitarians have begun to see eye to eye with respect to the Chantry's role in a mage's daily life. A growing number of mages, particularly those whose magic never strays from the Maker's mandate, feel that the Chantry's constant oversight is a burden upon their creativity and their very will, and one that hinders their ability to do their work. These mages, along with a number of hedge wizards who work their arts outside the Chantry's influence, have formed a shadow guild of sorts, a mages collective, wherein members can submit requests and have them seen without judgment. This collective manages to work in relative secrecy, their members discreet and their clients anonymous. As of yet, This collective has seen no sanction from the Templars, and there has been no sign that its members are practicing magic of which the Maker would not approve. Still, practicing magic outside of the influence of the Chantry is a dream for some, and a dangerous notion for others, and many believe that it is only a matter of time before the veil of secrecy is lifted, and the Mages Collective is brought to swift and brutal justice. From a treatise on magic and politics by First Enchanter Josephus. Okay.
Shall be done.
What are you looking at?
A drunk.
What are you looking at? Can a man drink in peace?
These guys are nice.
As you like.
Okay. Oh no. This is not going to be fun.
Good day.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It wasn't what I thought it was. It just seemed bad. Everyone seemed rude and seemed bad with her, but okay. Correspondence Interruptus, a collection of embarrassing personal communications between the spoiled wealthy and their objects of obsession. Ah! Love letters, my dearest Virginia Trueroy, regarding bodice ripped. Enclosed are 7 silver and my most heartfelt apologies for said bodice. I blame the cold ocean spray, the loss of my favorite shirt, and the bucking of the stallion, or perhaps the strain of maintaining all such elements while sitting for a portrait. But I was certainly not myself. I hope you forgive me, and not take it upon yourself to find your own determined way in this world. Yours, Sir Rival Grouseman. Okay.
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess. Is there something I can get for you?
Why is the inn called the Spoiled Princess?
It was my father's idea. He ran the inn before me, and he named it for my sister. She was his little princess. Princess decided the country was too dull for her and moved to Denerim. More glamorous, she said. Well, she was found murdered, robbed of all the trinkets my father bought her with his hard-earned money. My father died of shock and heartbreak. Mother stopped eating, and I got the struggling in. The name stuck. That's the story.
Oh, okay. I'd like a drink.
Of course. What would you like?
Sorry about your sister. That sounds really sad. Well, we know where to go if we want to get more health poultices. But for right now... Okay. We'll wait. Okay, so what I'm going to do... King's Confidant. There are rumors that a fellow survivor of Ostagar has escaped the prisons of Ban Loren and is seeking the aid of the Grey Wardens. The band's lands lie in the northeast reaches of the Banor. The escaped prisoner is likely taking refuge in the deep woods of the estate. I'm going to go check up on this guy and see what we can do.
Where to now?
Now we gotta help him out. Crap, they got him.
He's ahead.
Okay, dog. Howl.
This quick.
And then I will hit you with this. That's better. Okay, good job, doggy. Alright.
Very well.
Okay, Van Lauren. The royal colors of Ferelden's former king still shine through the stains of this man's uniform. Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. You remember him as Elric Marang, a member of Kaelin's honor guard at Ostergard and a close confidant of the king.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
What do you mean there wasn't time?
You were there in Ostergar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some dark spawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
You deserted?
I dare say most people think the same of you and me, if not worse.
I fled the battlefield when Loghain betrayed us.
Okay.
I abandoned my men, and they died. And Kaelin with them. He was my king, my friend, maker.
Well...
all that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostergar.
It's not your fault they died.
I know. Even had Loghain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Kaelin, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostergar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the wardens.
Okay. Do you still have this key?
The Maker has a sense of humor, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
Why am I not surprised? Is there someone else we should be bringing back from the brink of death instead?
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
You don't think the Darkspawn found it?
I hope not. Would they know how to work the lock, even if they did? The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
Okay.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some dark spawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
Of course, Alistair.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor.
Okay.
And if you happen to find Kaelin's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Would have been nice if he'd survived. But, I guess... Fine. And when I asked if he deserted, I didn't mean anything about it, by it. I didn't mean anything negative by it. And he didn't deserve for me to leave anything negative at him. I have to be careful. I have to think more about what I ask. Just because I don't mean something to be negative. It's good that my brother Alistair was there to remind me of that. That what you say and how it sounds can be hurtful and negative. And when a person is dying, it's really unbecoming to do that. Particularly when it's not what you meant. I'm glad I corrected myself. I'm glad he knew and understood that I wasn't impugning on him for running. Sorry, friend. Guess I just didn't get to act to save you. I wonder if there's anything I could do. Probably not. Oh well. Let's see here. go to Ostagar. Uh-oh. Okay.
Or a beast is this?
How it's been. I'll take this guy. Nice work so far. Okay. Blight wolves and a Bearskine. Not nice. Those are like blight infected and damaged creatures. Yep. Ghoul. What the blight does not destroy, it corrupts. Any creature infected with the darkspawn, taint that does not have the good fortune to die outright becomes a ghoul, a twisted shadow of itself. The name originally comes from men, whether human, dwarven, or elven, who became tainted, usually while being held as a captive food source by the darkspawn. They would turn cannibal, preying on other captives, slaves to the will of the archdemon, driven mad by pain. During a blight, the corruption of the darkspawn spreads through the wilder areas of Thedas and infects the animals found there. This produces grotesque, enraged bears called Bearskarn, as well as blight wolves. Oh joy! Fortunately, ghouls rarely survive their corruption for long. Okay, well that's good to know. That's a positive thing. Okay. Well, let's go. Escape this place. I like the green, but that wasn't very nice.